Hello you most beautiful and most amazing top 10ers, I'm Rebecca Felgate and today we are talking about the law. I'm not guilty! That's right, we are talking about the long arm of the law, specifically insane laws from around the world that you won't believe exist, but they do. Call the police, because this video is going to be criminal levels of fun. Yes, call the police. Ooh, ooh, ooh. In at number 10, you are not allowed to be visibly sick in Washington. So for one, you're not allowed to walk around in a public place if you've got a common cold in Washington or demonstrate any kind of sickness. The Exposing Contagious Disease section of the Washington State Legislature says that a penalty will be imposed if a person exposes someone to sickness without their knowledge. If they're aware of it, according to the law, it's okay. So basically, if you're ill in Washington, then stay at home. If not, you're breaking the law, and also I don't really know what happens if you become ill while you're out, but like, God help you. In at number 9, very crazy, it's illegal to educate dogs in Connecticut, USA. What? So in Hartford, Connecticut, it is actually illegal to educate dogs ever. Thy dog must remain education free. Now they don't go into specifics about what they actually mean by this. Does it mean teaching them a trick, or does it mean like getting the dogs together and giving them a maths class or a chemistry lesson? If so, not allowed. In the same place in Connecticut, it is also illegal to kiss your wife on a Sunday. If you aren't husband and wife, however, then presumably you can kiss. What's going on in Hartford? Someone tell me. In at number 8, you do not have to pay for food unless you are full in Denmark. So I feel like I would probably, well, definitely abuse this law. They'd be like, hello, here's your check. And I'd be like, oh, sorry, I'm not actually quite full yet, so don't think I'm gonna be paying. Like, what is this? Now the law states that one may not be charged for food at an inn unless the person considers themselves to be full. Also, fun fact, in Denmark it's illegal to start your car without checking for children sleeping underneath it. Like, does this happen? I do not feel good about the next one. In at number 7, it is against the law for females to drive in Saudi Arabia. All the women who independent, throw your hands up at me. Unless you live in Saudi Arabia, in which case get back in the kitchen and don't even consider getting behind the wheel. Are you mad? The menfolk won't like that. Yep, that's right, women must find drivers or get a male relative to drive them around should they be so bold as to wish to venture an unwalkable distance. Although to be honest, they actually are not allowed to leave the house without a male chaperone because apparently freedom of movement to women would make them vulnerable to sin. There have even been cases of women being banned from shops. Instead, they must ask their drivers to go in and run their errands for them. Now my thoughts on this are perfectly summed up by Queen Elizabeth II of England, who, when a Saudi prince came to visit the UK, drove him around her palace in her car. Boss queen. In at number 6, it's illegal to own more than 2 phallic sex toys in Arizona. Now the good news is if you live in Texas, you're allowed 6, but in Arizona, unfortunately, you are limited to 2. Why? Because apparently obscenity laws are a bigger issue than gun laws. For those wondering, you may have more than 2 guns in Arizona. One of my personal favourites at number 5, it's illegal to reincarnate without permission in China. Good old China, having a say in literally everything their citizens can do. Now the extent of Chinese government's totalitarianism knows no bounds. Now the 2007 State Administration for Religious Affair law strictly stipulates the procedures for reincarnation, saying that Buddhists are not allowed to reincarnate without written consent from the government. Now the law was said to be an important move to institutionalize management of reincarnation. Everyday problems. In at number 4, it's illegal to leave your house without wearing underwear in Thailand. So if you're in Thailand, absolutely do not think about going commando, as you could be thrown in jail. The Thai law strictly states that everyone in public must be wearing underwear, even if they're wearing other items of clothing to cover their modesty. Next up at number 3, absolutely crazy, it's illegal to be fat in Japan. Uh-oh, the sugar police. Japan is known for its svelte population, but I for one did not know that it was because it's illegal to be fat. As recently as 2009, a law was passed that said every man aged 40 and over must not have a waist measuring 80 centimeters or above, and every woman 90 centimeters or above. While I do find this to be a fundamental violation of their people's human rights, their obesity levels are just 5%, whereas in the United States over 1 in 3 people are obese, so maybe they're onto something. One from the UK up next. In at number 2, it's illegal to be drunk in charge of a cow or horse in Scotland. Now by in charge, charge. I'm not actually quite sure what they mean. Like, does it mean riding a horse or a cow? Or does it like mean being their elected supervisor? Now, it isn't exactly clear, but either way, since 1872, it is an offence to be intoxicated and in charge of a cow and or horse in Scotland. By the way, guys, until 1986, it was illegal to handle a salmon in suspicious circumstances, which is one of the greatest things I have ever heard. What does this mean? We don't know. Unfortunately, this isn't still a law, so I couldn't officially include it in the top 10. I feel like this is a pretty good rule to live by. Feeling shady? Get your hands off that salmon. Okay guys, so we have reached that all-important moment in our most amazing top 10 laws you wouldn't believe exist, when I am going to reveal probably the most ridiculous one. In at number 1, it's illegal not to smile in Milan. Smiling is mandatory. So in Milan in Italy, it's illegal not to smile if you're a citizen. You are excused if you're attending a funeral or visiting someone sick in hospital. Other than that, if you're caught frowning, you could get a hefty fine. So guys, turn that frown upside down or the thought police will have you. So that was the top 10 laws you wouldn't believe are true. Did I leave anything out? Let me know in the comments section down below. For now, this has been the most amazing top 10. I'm Rebecca Fergate. Be sure to give this video a good old thumbs up if you found it interesting, share it around the internet, and also make sure you are subscribed to our fabulous channel. It's the law. I'll see you next time.